everyone, it's Ryan from Yoder Fireplaces and Barbecues, and recently my dad and our fearless leader Mike went on the fishing trip of a lifetime. We traveled to British Columbia and settled in the small fishing village of Euclid and went on a 3-day salmon fishing charter. It was absolutely epic. We brought back over 100 pounds of fish.
Whoa! Whoa! Okay, there you go, Ryan. 5 minutes and 11 seconds before you're holding it.
I told you, pretty epic, right? So with all that high quality fish, you're gonna want a high quality cooker. We're gonna take you on a 3-part series that showcases 3 cookers, including smoking the salmon on the Yoder pellet smoker, grilling the salmon on a cedar plank on the Kamado Joe, and searing it on the Cook and Dine teppanyaki griddle. Let's get going. All right, so when you're smoking a salmon, it's super important to brine it. So we used a brine on this that we had for about 6 hours. We used apple juice, orange juice, dark brown sugar, peppercorns, salt, red pepper flakes, thyme, and a whole bay leaf. The brining process is gonna infuse a lot of that flavor throughout the whole salmon. It's also gonna produce a shiny layer on top of this salmon called a pellicle. The pellicle is gonna help the salmon pick up a little bit more of that smoke flavor, just pretty much give you the flavor that you want on a smoked salmon. So it's a great thing to do. Definitely worth the extra time. When you're done brining it, so what we did with this one after about 6 hours was we pulled it out of the fridge and then we patted it dry with a paper towel and let it actually dry out for about 12 hours. It's super important that you let that dry out. That's when that layer is gonna form on the top, that pellicle, and that's really gonna produce all that flavor. All right, so because we took the time to brine this salmon, a lot of that flavor is already kind of in it. So basically at this point, it's super simple. We're just gonna season the top of it today with our pecan seasoning from John Henry's. Just gonna dust that on there, and then we're gonna throw it on our smoker. We have our smoker set to about 180 degrees. We're using a competition blend of pellets from Lumberjack. They do a competition blend that consists of maple, hickory, and cherry. It's a great blend. It's gonna give a nice finish to the salmon. It's gonna be a nice kind of blend of smoke flavor, so it's not gonna be too strong. It's really gonna complement this nicely. All right, so now that we got this all seasoned up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw this on the top rack of the smoker. We got, like I said, this smoker set to about 180 degrees. The other thing we're gonna do, so we're gonna put this skin side down. The other thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna come back. This is gonna take about 3 hours for us to smoke. We're gonna come back every hour and we're gonna base this with a maple syrup. You don't have to do this. I actually just like it. It adds a nice sweetness to it, gives it a really nice glaze. You could baste it with orange juice if you want something a little bit more acidic, but I like the sweetness of the maple syrup and the nice kind of glaze it gives it. So we're gonna come back and do that every hour during the cook. All right, so we're at hour 2 of our smoke. We hit it after an hour with the maple syrup. We're gonna hit it one more time here. Then it's got about another hour to go. It's starting to smell fantastic, so let's take a look. All right, so the salmon's been on for about 3 hours now. It's smelling delicious, it's looking delicious. We're gonna take a temperature reading and see if it's time to take it off. All right, looks like we're right at that 135 mark, which was our target mark. Well, this looks like absolute perfection. I cannot wait to try this, so let's give it a shot. Oh yeah, it's super flaky. That's dynamite. It's got awesome sweetness from that maple glaze. And you're getting some of the flavors from that brine coming through. You're getting flavor all the way through the salmon, not just from the top. That's absolutely incredible. Something that's great to serve at parties, you know, something that you can have out, people can eat during the day. It's a great dish to have, really easy to make. So be sure to check out our other 2 videos where we're gonna be cooking the salmon on a cedar plank on the Kamado Joe, and we're gonna be searing it on the Cook and Dine teppanyaki griddle. This is Ryan with Yoder Fireplaces and Barbecues, where indoor comfort meets outdoor entertaining.